Yo, Tube, what's good? Making another video about how to beat Warrior Arsham. This matchup I feel like is like 60-40 in your favor. They can win though, based off of just like Dwayne and maybe getting you in a bad spot without any mobility, with fucked up DRs. So yeah, let's see. In this matchup, you want to be running heal block, and you saw my talents there. I'll back it up. Just a sec. So these are the talents I run right here. The reason I don't like Ring of Fire is because typically you're doing like pre-DB or pre-sheep setups, and then like cheap shot sheep. So most of the time you are starting your damage as the stun goes out, or a little bit after. So if you have to use a global of that to put a Ring of Fire down, it's typically less damage than if you were to just start using all of your instant casts and Tinder. So that's why I'm not playing Ring of Fire. I usually prefer Flame Cannon into like a majority of things nowadays. I have a video explaining why I like Flame Cannon over Ring of Fire if you want to check that out. So I actually get Earth Grabbed out. That's like mistake number one. You really want to avoid this first Earth Grab, sorry, so that you can DB Warrior and Sap Shaman at the same time. But shit happens, so let's see how we recover. We DB, cheap shot, I sheep off. Notice I was aware of his positioning there. I noticed when I DB'd that the Shaman was upstairs, so I know to blink over here to be able to get the sheep. I bust the opener. Because you have to bust the opener to be able to force shit. You can see even though the warrior had a full fleshcraft, we still got trinket parry. Usually you want to open with a kidney. If not, you can do cheap shot kidney like Naj did there. Either way, you need to force this trinket in the opener, and you usually do that by busting with a kidney on the kill target. It should be enough even through necro. So I alter, jump off. I trinket this to line because that's necro banner. As you can see here, he's got Necro Banner, Blood Fury, DPS Trinket, Avatar. So if I would have sat that, I would have died through Alter Time. So let's keep playing it. Naj is running. He ends up having to vanish, which is kind of okay because it's every button in the game plus Dwayne. See what happens here. Pre-DB. I sheep because I noticed Naj is here. I'll explain this a little further. So usually you pre-DB, right? So you'll like DB this guy, cheap shot this guy, sheep off that, and then go off the DB, right? But one thing you have to kind of notice sometimes is you see where Naj is. So he is standing right next to him, right? You can see Naj is like right there, and the Shaman's right there. But since the Shaman actually isn't in range to shear this, Naj is in a root. I didn't even notice he was in a root. I just do this kind of like habitually. Is I will cast a sheep with my DB. What this allows my rogue to do is you can see, even if he doesn't have a step, he's able to walk all the way over. This is really good because as you can see here, the DB wouldn't have been enough. I'll back it up just so you can see that. IDB, he cheap shots. See, like the cheap shot doesn't even come out in the time of the DB. So the sheep was necessary. I switch it, Mally, because he has a Riptide and a Earth Shield, so he's gonna get kind of like a good amount of pre-healing or healing in the stun. I get Dwayne stun on my Mally, you know how it goes. Resheep, pumping some instant casts, killing the Link. He blinds. Sucks though because he did get into the Link and also got a big Ascendance heal. So I block obviously because I'm really low. And I'm not running heal block, so that fucking sucks. He duels the Shatter though, which is the right play, so good job on Naj. You could also disarm it, either one. I stop that. Go for the sheep. I realize he has a healing tide, can't allow that, so I kill it. I know this isn't kill go. I actually break my poly because the way the camera angle kind of looked like they were farther away. See this? Kind of looked like he was kind of farther away, but he wasn't. Oh, sorry. Video, full screen. Okay. Yeah, so this goes already fucked. I'm looking here, probably gonna alter jump. Yep, that's what I do. I thought they were gonna jump, so I went back. I double root, blink away behind a pillar. I realized they're not chasing me quite yet, so I don't have to put my ring down. One thing I'm looking at here as I'm eating is Naj has disarm and file, so likely I can leave him to himself. I recognize early that this is a peel go, mainly for me to get all my cooldowns back. He actually avatars, so this is actually something that's really funny. Root works, like let's say, so like this is the top of the bridge, right? And this is the bottom of the bridge. So we're looking at the y-axis here. Let's say there's a y-axis. Y. Root works in this entire y-axis. So I notice when he is, you can see here, he's about to jump off. Right as he gets to the edge and gets to right over the lip, I root. And I actually root him on a Stormbolt, which is really funny. Saves me like a global of damage. And then you can see with how much damage I took in one global, that probably saved me, you know, the other half of my health bar. Naj disarms, which is good. I don't have to like panic. I blink over here. Sorry. So this is what I'm trying to get pre for our kill go, because you can see I have bust and they have no trinket. But we have a little bit of time on DR and the shaman, so I'm really just trying to like juke kicks, juke grounding. In this place, you know, I juke the kick there. He aura hexes. I get the sheep. He dispels it, so I want to get the hex off Naj. Grounding totem. I should have killed that. He aura fleshes, reflects my sheep. So now this is kind of a shitty situation because they have both their kicks back, right? And I have no blinks, and I have no DB. So like it's gonna be really, really hard for me to get pre on this warrior here. I blink away, kind of like in desperation. And now I'm just like trying to juke kicks. I eat his kick there. I can finally get one here. Necro Banner comes out. He tries to pre-parry the go. So I just poly that shit. He bombs so that the poly can't be dispelled, which is kind of 5-head. I resheep, ring, bust. He stuns his trinket that shit, and he dies. So that was a good game. We can go over another game because I have multiple games lined up here. Let's look at this game. He gets earth grabbed out this time. So one thing that you really want to make sure when you're playing this comp is that you go like, you swing wide or try not to be like on edges of pillars. Those are like common spots. Like this whole area right here is really common for getting earth grabbed. So you'll see me a lot kind of, I don't think I do it this game, but I kind of like hug the edge. See, I go out in the middle and then kind of realize, oh shit. So I go back, try to hug the edge. He gets earth grabbed. Dwayne comes out, gets Dwayne stunned immediately. Lovely. Okay, so I do something a little off script here. I don't want Naj to have to like waste steps by me pre-DBing and then this guy possibly like sitting on here and like lining. So I actually just opt to like DB sheep. Luckily Naj like kind of catches on to what I wanted to do. I bust. And you can see here the importance of kidneying the kill target. You can see we went in 3 cheap shots and he doesn't have to trinket. So it's pretty crucial that the kidney comes out. I go for Reese, not like for any real reason. He had parry up, he was gonna be completely fine there. I guess I just kind of had the last couple seconds of bust, so I was like, fuck it. He does actually get pretty low there, can't lie. Should have killed that cap totem. It would have saved Naj's trinket. Actually, he doesn't trinket. I have an alter at 95%. He duels the Mally. Or actually, wait, what happened there? Let me go back, sorry. So yeah, he's... Wait, I get Stormbolted. We're taking a fuck ton of damn. He duels the Shaman on it. Nice. That's why he doesn't trinket. Okay, he files in the duel. The Shaman Mally's in the duel, which if you guys didn't know this, Mally doesn't work in duel. So I go back to 100% health. Naj filed, so he's going back pretty high HP because he plays the hot pot. IDB, Naj isn't even remotely in line of the Shaman, so I really need to go for a sheep off of this in order to kind of salvage this pre. But the Shaman has kick, so I wouldn't be surprised if I try to juke his shear here. I get sheared instantly, pog. we go kind of like without pre. He banish the first cheap shot. I get Dwayne stun on my ring, so it's kind of unfortunate. Then he grounds my blink poly. So this is just a shit go. That was my bad because I pre-DB'd when Naj wasn't even in line. So that's something that, from the mage perspective, you really want to look out for. Don't be pre-DBing while your rogue is not in line, unless you absolutely have to, and you know you can follow up with a poly. Line that hex, blinking away from the warrior. I'm always trying to blink towards pillars so I can line. You can see I really don't use blinks often unless I know I can use that blink and immediately like go behind a pillar, right? If I were to like blink over here and then have to like walk over there, it's kind of a useless blink in terms of survivability. So you can see I also get a high value root here. I root the shaman, I root the warrior over here, and I root the Dwayne. So this is literally the highest value root that you can get. The shaman has to pick which one to dispel. He dispels this warrior, which means that Dwayne is sitting a full root. The shaman's sitting a full root. Allows me to get my full shifting without getting sheared. Gives me more barriers. Gives me my DB. Gives me blink. I think that route I just did right there is very underrated, and something that I think that a lot of mages need to implement into their gameplay is more focused high value routes. So let's see. Pre-DB. Shaman has shear, so it's not looking like I'm going for the pre. He actually dispels the DB. We have both kicks available, so it should be okay. Yep, get the full sheep. Mally, because again, he's got Riptide and Earth Shield. Don't get shit from that go. I go for the repoly. Nice, he ends up having to trinket late. I think Naj might have evasion the disarm. We can go back and look. So we do our go here. He earthen walls, we don't really care about that. Pre-DB gets dispelled. Cheap shot. Sheep it. I Mally. Maybe I should have Runa powered before this Mally. Pops evasion. Link. Nah, okay, so it's just we just still had damage. Trying to line here. Wouldn't be surprised if I don't start juking soon. There it is, juke one. Get sheared, stormbolted. I block this because I'm not playing heal block. Normally, you probably wouldn't block that because it's no cooldowns. Like you can see, it's not Necrobanner, Avatar, or anything really. I just blocked it because it was like, I'm not running heal block, so I sheep this, kill grounding, sheep the re, and then Naja's still on a root. He blinds. I bust this, making sure to blink away from the warrior because he has fear. So my goal is to like kite this warrior so he can't fear me. I end up just wheeling it anyways. I knew he was going to get the sap off the blind, and I had bust, so I wanted to make sure I went for the most possible damage, so I didn't sheep it. I'll back it up, just so you know what I'm talking about. Warrior trinkets, I blink away from it, trying to kite the fear. He gets the sap. He intervenes the shaman here, so he can't go for another sap. So I know in this instance I need to re-poly off this. He's lining my damage. DB at the last second. Pyro. Naj takes him out. Nice. Alright, we'll look at one more game because I think my recording is going on for a little long here. Let's see. Oh, this game we actually learned from our mistakes and do not get Earth grabbed out. So looks like it took us 2 games to figure that out. This is how the ideal opener should look. DB, usually you just sap that, but cheap shot works too. Boom. Bust, trinket parry, all we're gonna get really. I go for the repoly anyways. Kind of a bad alter for me, kind of also a bad blind. Usually you just want to take that and kind of go. He duels off. We get healing tide. I shifting power here. Why do I use this shifting power? Let's find out. Go back. I shifting power to get instant cast to kill a healing tide. I mean, it's not bad, I guess. I opt to use, so you can see in this instance, I'm always trying to save 1 blink for the go. So, Like I could have double blinked to kite here. I'll show you. I keep backing it up a little too far. Here, there we go. So yeah, I blink once, and then when he's on me again, I use my Night Fae so that I'm saving a blink for the go. Something I try to do quite often. I only use this second blink for defense if like I absolutely must. I'm always trying to save one for the go. Should DB pre? You can see I brought him out into the open first so that now I should be able to step him. If I DB'd him behind this pillar over here, I'll show you what I mean. I can never get this thing to back up. See, if I would have DB'd like right here, he would have been behind the pillar. So I wait a sec till he comes out, then DB. Now it's cheap shots. I blink so I don't get Dwayne stunned. And then I sheep, Mally, Shaman Trinkets. Okay, one thing I actually realized while I was editing this video is I was wondering if any of you guys actually caught on to this. But it's this Shaman's kick pattern. So we're on the third game now. So over this entire like course of the video, I'm just wondering if any of you have caught on to this Shaman's kick pattern. You can see that he tends to kick at the very beginning of my sheep cast, and he's done this every single game. I'm actually surprised that in this game, since this is the third one, I'm surprised I actually didn't pick up on this. That's something you kind of want to do if you're playing, or you can even do this in one game. So let's say when you first go to cast sheep on the first time you've ever fought these people, you cast sheep and you juke it right away, and you notice that he shears. You know that intuition wise he likes to kick early, so you know that going forward into your next jukes. So that's just something I wanted to add real quick, is that recognizing kind of the enemy team's juke pattern is something that is pretty crucial and that you should take into consideration. This is actually bad because getting interrupted like this against a shaman with no Night Fae, like normally I could just like Night Fae line this if I get kicked, but I got kicked without Night Fae, so I'm just getting full hex here. I just have to eat it. Usually that's pretty bad because you can see they get a lot of pressure on Naj. If this hex didn't go off, I could be like spam sheeping war right now, or you know, rooting everything. So I end up having to trinket this. Sheep warrior here, he reflects it. I'm bad. I could have fire blasted that really easily. I do juke his tab target kick. I DB because grounding's around the pillar and I really need to start peeling. But then off the DB, you can obviously just start preing with sheep. We kick that, cheap shot. He does get the dispel though, so I'm trying to kill the banner as I sheep, which I do. Boom. I don't have bust, unfortunately. So you can see I get it late, and you have the option to late bust here, but in this particular case, it's a really bad late bust because you have another kill window. You can see we're gonna have another go before they have trinkets back, and trying to shove a bust here would be like really bad. For one, Naj has no trinket. He can't like trinket offensively. The warrior can just fear me and like I'll have to block it. It's just a bad bust. Like he's also out of stuns. He fleshy sees. We don't have a kick for it, so I opt to just start breaking it immediately. You can see I'm throwing all my damage into it, shifting powers for more stacks so I can get more damage to break it. So now I'm looking to try and get pre here. Maybe juke and shears. Nope, we just go. So I noticed that by the time DR falls, this cheap shot, you can see like if I start casting my sheep now, there's no way I get the cast. There's no way I get it without a gap. I'll show you what I mean here. So if I would have started casting it now, I could have gotten it. Like if I casted it before I shimmered, it would have been fine. But I opted just DB instead because I know the gap was close. I bust and that's Gege. So now I'm gonna play the games back just at like full speed so you guys can see. I hope you enjoyed the voiceover commentary. I hope I explained everything thoroughly and well, and that you hopefully learned something. So yeah, GG's and peace out. Oh shit, I'm about to get found. Cheap shots, nice. Nicey trinkets. It's kind of sad, but I think my thing brings me downstairs still. Yeah, see I fell. That was close. Dwayne's done. Wonderful. I'm not playing heal block. Oh, I broke my own sheep. It's harder. Oof, sketchy. Yeah, that would be the dream, Rob. That would be the dream faux show. Earth Griab. Wayne. Nice, we got Fleshcraft off. With Bust, should be alright. Can't will this or else I get bolted. Bolts me. Healing TI'd. Have Toadium. Dwayne stun, man. Shit is so fraud. Blocked high on the Warbreaker. I just have to go for value blocks more than low blocks. Oh, sketchy. We've been Earthcraft out both games too. And we've won. What's this? Parry, nice. Misses his kick. Blinds, but he gets the giant ass ascendance on. Can't drink this or else I get feared. Water sheep, kill. Healing tide. Shit, did I make him not re? Yeah, that was my bad. Need to bring him more out in the open. Melee this one. Because he's got Earth Shield and Riptide. Big shear for re, can't. X's me. He has no van. We're dead. I have to drink this. Reflect. It's only half, but still. Keep him down. Void tab. Kick. Got it. AEGHISTV into sheep. Cap killed it. CS that. Banner. It's dead. I'd bust here in a speed game, but we need one more. He can step me if he needs. No kick. I'll start breaking. This is gonna get kicked. It's fun. Volley. DBing. DBing. Bust. Please.